simple run today. Just going up to the salt mines, pick up 15 skids of salt and deliver it to Windsor. So I'll take you along for the ride. It is hovering right around freezing right now, and it's this sloppy, foggy, smeary mess out right now. I can't for the life of me keep a clean windshield or clean mirrors, so visibility is not going to be great. Holy crap, this is foggy. Something about my low beams. I mean, it's nice when you can use the big auxiliary lights, but when you can't use them, you can't see anything. Started off this morning about an hour later than I normally do for this kind of run. Just because sleep felt so good. So there's a little bit more traffic than normal on this road. But I mean, there's not much we can do right now. Back in high school, we would get fog delays all the time. Push the buses back a couple hours. And being a rural school, they would just shut down the school for 2 hours and start everything late. There was a modified schedule for all the classes and everything. Today would definitely be one of those fog delay days, if not a cancellation by now. This is just crazy.
a soupy, messy mess the whole way down there.
Somebody doesn't have a radio on. Okay, we made it to the pickup of the day. A little bit late. Driving through that fog was pretty intense, and everything's just a smeary mess. This is usually the visibility. Actually, that looks pretty good on camera, but that's usually the visibility I get going down the road. And the mirrors just dirty up instantly. I used to have problems with the spray from the bottom mirror going up on the top and just smearing along there, but if you can manage to put them side by side, then that clears up that problem. But yeah, I'm gonna go through and clean them once I change up my batteries, unless I'm actually already getting loaded. We'll see. But we are already parked and getting loaded. Got a couple skids on right now. Not allowed to be outside of the truck during the loading process, so I can't really clean these windows or mirrors. But basically when I do clean mirrors, this is what I use. Got an old Windex bottle. I fill it up with washer fluid, like wiper fluid, because the Windex in the winter freezes below 0. And so you just spray this along the windows and then wipe it off with a squeegee. This is an old shower squeegee. The Windex was upside down and leaking in my lap. But yeah, an old shower squeegee. Actually, this thing's about 4 years old and it's still got a really nice clean edge on it. Like, when you're getting something like this that you're going to use every day, don't cheap out. Just get a good one, something with a nice soft edge on it, because I had one of those truck stops mini squeegees with the little foam thing on the end, and that was great for smearing it along the windows, but then the squeegee part of it was so hard that it didn't get any of the crap off. So anyways, I kept that in the truck for a long time. We're starting to get loaded again. But I kept that in the truck for a long time and never really used it, and I just kind of make do with this and squeegee along the windows in a pattern to kind of work it in and then wipe the whole thing off, and it works all right. But you got to do it every time you stop in the winter because it's just a gross mess. So anyways, we're probably gonna be out of here in the next couple minutes. I do also want to say though that I'm in the market for a new Bluetooth earpiece thing. This is the first one I bought way back in the day. It's a Plantronics or Platronics. I forget if there's an N in there or not. PLT M165 or something like that. And this thing has been a workhorse for, well, since 2015 when I bought it. It sounds okay. I can actually hear the phone, like people talking on the phone, and it has good volume response, easy controls, and I've never lost connection with my iPhone on it. I did start to have speaker problems on it, and so I went to look at getting a replacement. And easy there. And this little ring hook thing on the other one I got, it didn't stay in my ear and it wasn't comfortable, and it kept falling out, and then it didn't connect to my phone, and I'm like, this is not going to happen. So basically I'm looking for advice for a little earpiece like this. I'm not a super fan of the overhead ones, because when I take it on and off, it gets tangled in my hair and I don't really have a place to store it. So I'm looking for something about this size without the ring around the ear as well, like just an in-ear little thing. Like this thing is great, and I'm looking for something like it because they don't make this anymore. So let me know your recommendations. Alright, we are loaded, strapped down, got air pressure. This is, I'm pulling a 4-axle trailer right now, and the steer spiff axle won't drop until it actually starts moving. So right now I'm a little over on my drives, but that wheel is going to drop down any moment. It's supposed to. Probably didn't load it the greatest. This handle makes a lot of noise. Gotta fix that at some point. But yeah, I didn't really quite load this. It is not a set of trains. It will not take the same corners. Holy crap. Oh, now it lifts, sure. Alright. Swing this a little bit wider. Snow, and I'm losing steer traction, so we're gonna jackknife this. This is where my fenders get all scratched up with a different trailer. Jackknifing, trying to make it around a stupid corner. Good enough. Yeah, I decided to put all 15 skids starting right at the front just because I was lazy and didn't want to use an extra strap, but now I'm wondering if it screwed up the spiff. No, it just dropped that axle. because there's no weight on the back triaxle, and I'm not 100% sure how this trailer works, but I'm thinking the fourth axle, the steer axle, bases whether it wants to drop or not off of the triaxle weight. So if there's not enough weight on the triaxle, it might not drop. But it's down, it's taking weight. I'm still sitting right about max on my drives. So I think we'll survive. This will be fine. Yeah, it's 20 after 9 now. I'm starting to get hungry from breakfast. And if it were closer to lunchtime, I would be able to stop at the mall up here and then walk over to the Manky Danks, but I'm not gonna do that. I really need a fridge in the truck. Then I can start packing sandwich material on a Sunday and just have food for the week instead of having to find the time at night to pack some sort of food for the night before and have sandwiches go all mushy by the time lunch comes around the next day. But yeah, there's parking in here. I'm gonna guess that there's a restaurant in there somewhere, but right now the world of Ontario is under another COVID-19 lockdown. Restaurants are closed. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. Nice. Anyways, we're coming into Bayfield here, and it's interrupting my snack time. As you can probably see, they're doing a bunch of work rebuilding this bridge, and there's been this bypass bridge for the last at least a year or two, maybe. I don't know, it's been forever since I've been over there, but it's coming along, I guess. Oh yeah, I only have 15 skids on. This hill's a breeze. Basically, the last week or so, I've been having issues with my temperature sensor out on the mirror there. It's reading 6 or 7 degrees warmer than it actually is. I mean, right now it's saying I'm sitting at 0.5 degrees Celsius, which is probably true, so it's actually working right now. But when it's -1 and the road starts freezing over and my temperature display is saying it's +6 out, that's a little bit of a problem. Or when it's -8 and it's saying that it's only -1 or something, it's also like, really? Come on. So I don't know if it's the sensor itself. I checked the wiring on it and there's no corrosion or anything, so even though that sensor is only a year old, it's completely exposed to the elements, and yeah, I don't know if it's still working quite the right way it's supposed to. But I mean, right now it's working fine, but other times it's 6 degrees too positive, too warm, and I don't know what's going on with that. Alright. decide to drop it to a 50 zone, in my mind seems a little early, but you got a subdivision, well, condo or whatever there, and then this is a golf course with the road going right through the middle. So I guess that's the reason they put it down to 50 here. And in the summer, you get golf carts that want to go between the two places across there. But it's kind of a pain, especially going the other way, because this just basically looks like open field and it's a 50. And you gotta drive the 50. Like normally a town, you'd probably right around here drop it down. Yeah, this is the he's going to Timmy's. I was gonna say, this is the little town of Grand Bend, beach town, with a terrible road. They need to repave this. Like, there's a reason I'm taking it so slow, not just the red light, but this section right here is horrible. It's just doing this the whole time. Let's see if we can time this. I don't know what's advanced. Nope. Not quite. Oh well. Waste of an intersection, but whatever. So down there is very much a no truck road. You don't want to take a truck down there. But that's how you get to the beach. It's pretty tight, a lot of businesses, a lot of people, especially in the summer, and a little turnaround right at the end. I saw a truck the one day coming up from there, and I got on the radio with him and I was like, so what were you doing down there? And he's like, you don't want to know. So either he had a not quite so fun delivery, yeah, we'll make it for this one, I guess, or he made a wrong turn. Either way, not fun. And usually in the summer too, this area is backed up, just stop and go, going the other way, because there's only one lane. So you gotta account for an extra couple minutes when you're trying to go north through Grand Bend. I just realized I was supposed to turn left in Grand Bend. Oh, crap. Oh my God, what am I doing? I was supposed to go down Highway 81. Yep, I was 100% on autopilot, ready to cross the bridge and everything. Up somewhere here. I don't see any signs for anything yet though. No. Okay, this is it. Number 5, Greenway Road. Okay. There's no immediate traffic behind me, because if this isn't a truck road, then I have to continue on. I see a 5-ton weight limit, but it's a seasonal weight limit. Yes. And no other no truck signs. All right, we're taking it. Today. I've never been on this road before. So, when I glanced at this on the map, there was a river cutting through the road. And oftentimes on back roads like this will be a limited weight kind of bridge because they expect trucks to take Highway 81. But if you miss the turn, oftentimes you can't really get back on it that easy. So I'm glad to see that there's no weight limit on that bridge. Welcome to Greenway. What a happening metropolis. Okay, so this is Highway 81, back on where we should be. Coming into Park Hill, Ontario. This is where this morning I pulled over and stopped to clean the windows, fill up the washer fluid, and basically wait for the sun to come up so I could actually see through the fog, because this morning was just horrible. Yeah, I mean, the journey after stopping was it was actually all right, because once there was a little bit of light, I mean, you can see the road. You're not relying on your lights or anything like that, so it was all right. Again, this is one of the small towns. Everyone's waiting to cross the street today. This is one of the small towns that you go through on this route. stacks on that bad boy. I don't think I've actually seen them around. Cool. Yeah, this is the 402. We're going over top of it. We're going to be entering Strathroy. So, in Ontario, they don't have rest areas. They have en routes, and if you've never been to an en route before, it's basically a service plaza. They have a similar kind of thing in along the East Coast on the tollways. There's parking for cars and trucks, and it's limited access. Like, you have to be on the highway, so you enter in and enter back onto the highway, same direction. But there's they have bathrooms, they have food, they have a food court usually, and it's the same kind of deal in Ontario. But along the 402, there's nothing. There's a Flying J up at the 25, but I would think this location here, Strathroy, would be a good spot to have an en route if anyone would ever want to run one of those. Just saying, because there's no stop between London and exit 25 over there. Spurts are on the driver's side is kind of junky. If I'm stopped or traveling at low speeds, all the water shoots up past the actual sweeping area of the windshield. So in order for it to work, I have to be traveling at speed, and it spurts it on, and then it blows onto the actual driver's area, and there's no way to aim it. I actually have to go out and buy new spurtzers, and it's been on my list for a couple of years to do that, or at least aim it. And then I looked at aiming them and I couldn't aim them, so now I have to buy new ones. So again, that's on my list of stuff to do at some point. It's just a never-ending list. But when you're chasing perfection on a truck, especially an old truck with neglected maintenance, there's a lot to deal with. Come on, go, 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 go. Find a gear. Corner can be tight sometimes. We're gonna let these two guys go and then take this turn. So this route is a little bit of a cheater route. It skips downtown. It's a little bit residential in that area right there, but there's no truck sign, so it's good to go. But yeah, this is actually pretty direct down to where we want to go. Now, can we time these lights to get a green? I think they're censored, so someone actually has to be stopped at the intersection in order for them to change. Yeah, so full stop and then they change. Small oil leak on top of the transmission, because every time I stop after a good long run, I smell warm oil, like I smell it right now, and the only place on the whole engine and drivetrain that's actually wet is on top of the transmission. So I'm wondering if the tower or something, some of the bolts aren't tightened down from when the transmission was replaced, and they're just letting a little bit of oil by or something. But it's going in the shop next week to get a bunch of things looked at, so that's probably gonna get taken care of. This is a little tight, fit in the lane, but we can do it. Yep. All right, so this is the bustling metropolis of Melbourne. Don't blink, you're gonna miss it. Just not a great intersection. out with the en routes. We have one coming up in 3 kilometers. I think we're gonna stop and get some food and clean off the windows and mirrors again. I actually stopped a little bit before Strathroy to clean off the mirrors, and they're not doing too bad since. But we'll just give them one more wipe over. So we have Tim Hortons, A&W. Oh, there's a Popeyes here now. That's all right. You gotta sometimes watch out when you're relying on the en routes, because a lot of them don't have anywhere close to near enough parking. Like this one we're coming up to, I think it has 14 truck spots altogether, and the amount of truck traffic that comes down the 401 and the lack of parking elsewhere, you're hard pressed to find a spot available when you pull in. So it's kind of take your luck that you hope that someone pulls out at the same time you're pulling in and the spot's available. The one going the other way, it actually has a really big parking lot. It's nice. Like there's got to be close to 100 spots at that one, but this one I think's got around 14 or so. Is that a spot right there? Nope. Uh-oh. I mean, there's not a whole lot of car traffic right now, but there's always plenty of parking available for cars. But even on a slow day, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are RV parking spots. They're technically not truck parking spots, but you're literally gonna try to find anywhere you can to park. In fact, this wouldn't have been a bad spot to make up. Same with that one. I'm pushing my luck. We might not have a spot here. Well, because these are the spots available. Is this a spot? Holy crap, the second last possible spot available. I hate this place so much. Like, it's not even a busy time or a day. This is like slow, and I was lucky to get one spot available to park. Like, come on guys, fix the parking here. So look what parked next to us while I was having lunch. Trying to copy my style or something? You can tell it's an earlier truck than mine because he has the vent windows on the front and the mirrors are mounted on the door, whereas I don't have the vent window right here and my mirrors are mounted to the body. But same breathers. I mean, he's got the classic single square headlights on the front. But yeah, it's, oh, he's got a much longer stretch than mine. And color matching trailer. That's cool. Oh, and he has a back window on his sleeper. I don't. Hello, camera. That's there just in case this one dies. Cool. Looks like we're going to be dealing with a drag race in a bit once I get up to speed. You look at all that space at the other en route. Look at all those parking spots. Why can't they just do that? And you have 2 rows all the way along the back of that place. Like, it's got to be pushing 100 spots. I'll probably put the footage in this video, but I wasn't recording at the time. I had a Mercedes blow by me, and then he caught up with a line of trucks and started passing everyone on the right shoulder.
In the center watching, like, did he catch his speed? Like, could he call another cop in?
I know I called 911, wrote him in. I think a lot of other people did too, because they already were set up to catch this guy. His plates are dirty, so no one got a plate number, but I don't think it's going to be too hard to spot him. So we're going to keep an eye on things and see what develops out of this. Had a bear get on the exit, or get on the highway off the exit. He's riding up the middle or the left lane right there with his brake lights on. He's gonna have to hurry hard if he wants to catch up to that Mercedes, unless he already spotted him or something. Okay, 2 bears are on the exit here. They just got off. Oh man, is that their setup?
2 bears sitting at the Bloomfield westbound.
Yeah, they're way late to the party if they want to catch that Mercedes.
I was thinking the same, yeah.
That's the guy.
Yeah, he's back. He's on the shoulder again. Holy crap.
Did he get around the cop or is he fucking got still chasing him?
I see nothing for lights behind him, but he's definitely got a tinted plate cover. He can't read it at all.
Where is he at, bud? I don't know.
Alright. Here we go. Give a call back to 911.
I swerved at him. Hey, up ahead here, we're at the 74, ahead of the 74, go 3 wide. 74, go ahead to 70, give me their truck, find me. Leave that car, just drive past the driver on the shoulder.
OPP, please. What was that, sir? Yep. Hi. I called in a few minutes ago about a white Mercedes that was flying down the highway. He just passed mile marker probably 70 right now. He's back on the highway. 70. Mile marker 70 westbound. Yep, sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
Over at the 70. Police are aware. They're sending more units.
I just went by the 70 there, so.
Ooh, this is exciting. Alright. This Cintas guy is annoying me.
Area? back there, but it's not the Mercedes.
ready for that one. Didn't have the camera set up, but it just passed a bear sitting on the shoulder there. So in case that Mercedes got off and jumped back on again or something, he's sitting there waiting. Which means they haven't caught him yet. It's another bear sitting right up there. Holy crap. They have the place surrounded, but it's too late. I'm sure wherever he is, he's already gone. There's another bear in the left lane right there. He's got a number on his top, so it's one of those in conjunction with aerial patrol. I wouldn't think they'd deploy like planes on this guy or anything like that, but he's definitely oh, they're looking for him. They are for sure looking for this guy. Maybe he had time to stop and wash his car and paint it blue and drive like a normal human being, take off the tinted plate cover off the back. Maybe that's our guy. Doubt it. So you might notice I don't have my GPS up there anymore. It decided it didn't want to turn on anymore. So I mean, I use it like maybe a handful of times a year. It's only when I'm going somewhere new or in the East Coast. And Google Maps wants me to take non-truck roads, and that one was truck routed, so I'd follow that more. But
Well, it's a cloudy day. Cloudy days, they screw with you a little bit.
well, that was fun.
You're from riding the west.
My battery died as I was showing up to the delivery, and yeah, I missed that whole thing. Now we're on to the second drop to drop the rest of this and then go home. Cool. Still keeping an eye out for that white Mercedes, either parked, hiding away, or pulled over and getting hauled off to jail. This is all traffic going to the Windsor border, going through city streets for whatever reason. I mean, none of these trucks are, except for me, none of these trucks are going to any of these businesses here. There's no reason for them to be driving through the city other than the infrastructure is built that way. I mean, they're working on another bridge to get across that's directly off the highway. But this has been such a waste of traffic, because all these trucks, especially when it's busy and gets backed up, it's just a mess for the locals trying to get around to all these different places. So that's our destination, and apparently there should be a path that we can get there from the back here, and there is. Better be. Don't do it. Ooh, this is a tiny path. Okay. I'm gonna use a little bit of this lane. Maybe I won't clip the corner this time. Ha, fat chance, right over the sidewalk. No overnight parking. Well, there's nowhere else for trucks to park when they're waiting for the bridge if they miss the truck stop at 14, like exit 14. I think there are other ones, but they don't have much options. Anyways, I'm at my delivery, so I'm gonna go in and see where they want this crap, and then I'll be out of here. Catch up shortly. Okay. We just finished our last drop here, so now we're empty. Gotta figure a way out of this rigmarole. So what makes sense would be to go out this path here and around back behind the store and out again, but you have to turn right on the street, and that leads you to the border, and there's nowhere really for a truck to turn around between here and the border. So I'm gonna turn left here and go up to those lights. It shouldn't be too bad. This is tight, but we'll make it work. Might have to hop a couple curbs. And this is the reason why I don't really want a drop bumper. It's because a lot of these deliveries I do end up popping over curbs all the time. These speed bumps aren't helping anyone. Ooh, this is gonna be a tight one too. And if I don't make this, I have to go right on, what is it, Huron Church, and go down to the bridge, which is not going to happen. I will hop this curb with the trailers before going down to the bridge. Oh, this is so going over that curb. Look at this. Come on. 1, 2. That was brutal. 3 and 4. Oh man. Are you gonna try to squeeze by? You have room. No, you're scared. See the bridge in the distance, right there. Do not want to deal with that today. I was in the intersection. This is 100% legal in my mind. Big question is, how are we going to see a white Mercedes pulled over on the shoulder of the westbound lanes, waiting for a tow truck to tow it away? At this point, I doubt it, but you never know. Yeah, this is exit 14 up here, and this is where we got off. So unless that white Mercedes split off to the back roads and slowed down a bunch and got pulled over after we passed the 14, then he got away or was caught somewhere other than the 401. But yeah, well, that's an anticlimactic end to the adventure. Yeah, just pulled in the Tilbury on route. I don't know if you can see there, but there's 2 OPP officers sitting over there chatting with each other. I'm probably gonna wander over there and offer my dash cam footage. Maybe it'll help with their investigation. There's also a white Mercedes. Not that, that's a Hyundai. He's parked behind the one truck there, but white Mercedes pulled in here. They're not doing anything about it. It doesn't match the same description, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. That was a blast. I don't know how much information I should give away because this is an ongoing thing. But yeah, when he passed me the first time, it was at mile marker 101 or 109. I don't really remember right now. But right after I called him in, the one officer over there, he gave pursuit and clocked him at 173 kilometers an hour. And it's still saved in his radar. So, if he gets busted, he is definitely busted. But then he got off the highway, I believe, chased him on Communications Road, which is around the Chatham area. And then the other officer was going up the wrong way on the on-ramp back onto the highway or something, and basically went head-on with the guy, and the guy didn't stop. Just kept on going. And then once he got back on the highway after that, that's when he passed me again, and I called him in. And there were like 5 or 6 other calls on this guy, and they still haven't found him. They're both sitting there right now waiting for him to either, well, basically go back home, go back the other way. But the vehicle matches the description exactly of another car that was in a pursuit around London 4 days ago. So, yeah. This guy's a problem. So, I don't know. Anyways, they're still sitting here. They're keeping an eye on everything and basically doing the best they can. So, I don't know. I think we're just going to get on the road and keep trucking, and probably nothing's going to happen, but we'll see. There is a white car going on the back road over there, but I doubt that's him. I don't know. Anyways, I'm heading over. I'm heading out. There goes another bear going the other way. We're at the 98-mile marker. Keeping a constant eye behind us because he should be back there somewhere. And they have the whole corridor being patrolled right now, so I don't know. He could come up flying at any point, or not at all. Who knows? He could be anywhere right now. Probably not across the border. I'm assuming they probably would have notified them or something. Anyways, the adventure continues, I guess. This is 101, where I first called him in. There goes another white Mercedes, no plate cover though. So, in the whole travels today, that's the second other white Mercedes I've seen. A very distinctive car. There's a black or gray one, but this is exciting. It's keeping me awake during this stretch because normally this stretch sucks. So here's the Dutton en route. No bears, no white Mercedes is hanging out in there. I don't know. I think we might be having a pretty uneventful drive home. So, unless something else happens, I'm probably going to call this video here. And, yeah. Turned out to be a pretty exciting day. Starting out with the fog in the morning, and then my deliveries, and well, that wasn't super exciting. More so the car chase. So yeah, glad I picked today for you guys to come along for the ride. And not saying the next one's going to be as exciting. Maybe it'll be more exciting, who knows, but either way, I'll see you guys at the next one.